What's going on, guys? We are back again, and we are going to be talking about something very special today because, again, with Star Wars Celebration going on right now, I figure I go ahead and talk about a series that I never really talked about too much and never really gave it a proper review. So I want to go ahead and talk about Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the series. This was an amazing series. It went on for 7 seasons, went in the entirely of the Clone Wars. Everything that was from episode 2 to episode 3, introducing so many characters, the voice acting, the animation, everything, of course, goes to George Lucas and Dave Filoni in this, and all the amazing voice acting and everything of the characters. Getting introduced to Ahsoka Tano, getting introduced to more characters that we got to know, especially like, Bo-Katan, of course, seeing, Rex. I could go on and on and on. I mean, there's so many characters. We literally go through so many different viewpoints of not only the clones' perspective, but from the Separatist perspective, from Count Dooku to Palpatine to Anakin to Obi-Wan to Padme to Jar Jar to the Mandalorian side to Yoda to Darth Maul, to meeting his brother, Darth Maul taking over of Mandalore, the Mandalorian War, with the Separatists and everything of that nature. There was just so much in here that I feel like if you're a major Star Wars fan and you never watched this show, you're definitely missing out. I hate to say that, but you are. You really are missing out if you've never watched Star Wars Clone Wars at all. There was a earlier adaptation to the series, but then they changed it, and then we got to see this one, and it just was absolutely incredible. I mean, the lightsaber fights in this was absolutely amazing. I think some of my favorite was, honestly, I would say Palpatine versus Darth Maul and Sasha Press, as well as also a lot of the Dooku fights with Anakin was pretty good as well, because we got to see how Anakin became a better duelist against other Jedi, especially, how he defeated Dooku in episode 3, and also we got to see how his more of the side of, his growing relationship with Padme, as, with Obi-Wan, them becoming like, that father/brother relationship, and I really love that, and it really grows on just the voice acting alone, and also learning a lot about Ahsoka, and Ahsoka being the apprentice to Anakin, and that's a very thing, man. I mean, Anakin never was a master, and we got to see him go from, youngling to Padawan learner to, well, I wouldn't say youngling, but I would say more like a Padawan learner to Padawan, then to knight, and then supposedly master. Even though he did not have the correct title, he was still a master overall, because he was still considered master, because every time she would say Master Skywalker, Ahsoka gave him that title. So in some ways, he was still a master, no matter what you may say. But this can still be watched on Disney Plus. You could go own the DVDs. I personally would. I would definitely pick this up. If you guys have never watched it, give it a try. Some episodes are probably not the best, out of my opinion, but it's still an amazing series nevertheless. There's some amazing characters in here that we get to know, especially during the Clone Wars, and also more about the perspective of the Clone Wars, what it did to the Republic, what it did to people, what it did to the clones, what it did to the Jedi, how many Jedi did die during the Clone Wars, and also what it did, and also what happened previously right before we got to episode 3. So if you guys have not checked out Clone Wars, definitely check it out. Let me know what you guys thought. Who's your favorite character in Clone Wars? Please let me know down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, also subscribe and leave a big fat like on the video, and I will see you as always on the very next one.